Welcome back to You Both Suck. This is a comedy podcast about conflict. I am Dara Pollock.
I'm Kunal Aurora.
And we like to kick things off with a little fuck, marry, kill over here. New York City edition. So today's FMK is, can we get a drum roll until we have sound effects? Great.
Okay.
That's good. That was quite enough.
Right.
NYC Transportation Hubs. So we have Grand Central, Penn Station, Atlantic Terminal.
Okay.
Who you fucking, who you killing, who you marrying?
All right. So I think, do you want to?
No, you go.
Okay.
Please.
All right, cool. I'm going to say right off the top, fuck Atlantic Terminal. I'm going to kill Penn Station, marry Grand Central.
My brother in Christ.
Really? Nailed it across the board?
Yep. That's 2 in a row we've got.
All right. Fantastic. I mean,
yeah, no. Penn Station needs to fucking go.
Yeah.
And this is coming from someone, or two people probably, that have taken the Long Island Railroad for many years.
There's a reason why the police in there carry assault rifles.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's so bad. And like the difference between Grand Central, which is like opulent, beautiful, high ceilings that were painted by probably some Italian guy a really long time ago, and Penn Station's like bathroom tiles.
Oh, yeah. The entire thing looks like a high school lunchroom.
It's so true. However, I haven't been in there in a really long time, and I know that they've revamped. Have you seen it?
I don't care how much revamping they do. The ghosts of that place haunt it. And then when you go outside, the amount of crackheads that are just wandering around, it honestly looks like a holding pen for The Walking Dead.
I miss the pizza place that was inside there, Rose's
Pizza.
Rose's Pizza was good
They used
stuff.
to have the slices that were like 24 inches long.
And when you miss the 119,
yes,
and you have to wait for the fucking 319,
yes.
You're going to Rose's.
You go there, you get yourself a 24-ounce beer.
Yes.
You start eating that 24-ounce slice, the 24-inch slice, and you're set for the night. And then you pass out, wake up at 7 a.m. and finally take the train back with the other degenerates. And you just got to say, fuck Atlantic Terminal. It's just way, I mean... It's such a...
It's got a lot to offer.
It does have a lot to offer, but I'm good on that. I'm good on... You know, the difference is, the reason why you marry Grand Central is because Grand Central is trying to be something. Grand Central is going to have LIRR stops.
And Grand Central has an Apple store. I mean, if that's not the sign of, gentrification...
I know. I'm not like, it's not my favorite part about it, but I'll still take it considering Atlantic Terminal. I think the only thing they have there is like a pretzel stand.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm sorry, but the Apple store, it means something.
Yeah.
Whether we hate it or not, it means something. So, okay, we're on the same page with that.
Fantastic.
Amazing.
So speaking of transportation, you picked me up yesterday. Mm-hmm. And then I said, I need to play something for you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Paper Cut by Linkin Park.
We don't deserve hybrid theory. That's how I feel.
I didn't think there's another person who's as crazy as I am about this. But hybrid, I've been saying this to all my friends for years, that hybrid theory is better than anything the Beatles have put out. I'm saying,
I actually think I agree with that, honestly.
Yeah, Hybrid Theory as an album, pound for pound,
yes,
can go up against Michael Jackson's Bad or Thriller. Either put them together. I don't care.
Agree. Honestly, Linkin Park's Hybrid Theory is just fucking bangers front to back.
Yes.
Like, even the worst song on that album isn't a bad song. Like, I can throw away some.
But here's the trick, though. Okay. There aren't any.
I love Hybrid Theory, and it just hits so fucking hard to this day.
Every song has a song that's good for you at a different point in your life.
Yes.
It goes with you.
It really does.
It's like a buddy of mine said that the Rocky movies, he's like, as you get older, you change which one's your favorite because of who you are as a person, and it shows growth.
Yeah.
I think the same thing can be said with Hybrid Theory. Different songs go with you at different points in your life. In the end, as you're a moody teenager smoking cigarettes while driving, it's wintertime, the heat is up, the windows are down, Newports are being smoked, the most Queens way to get around.
I was like, did you have a camera in my car? Because that sounds exactly like
because it was
me.
every Queens kid's way of getting around.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
up and down Franny Lou, just driving and listening to Hybrid Theory and trying to race people.
Yeah, of course, in a shitbox car.
How dare you? I had a Prelude.
Okay, I'm talking about my buddy's car. He had a 1989 Honda Accord, and in the year 2000, that's a little bit of a rough car, but it did have the flip-up lights.
Oh, nice!
And I did like that. I appreciate it. Also, my alternative was the bus. So let's be honest.
Yeah, this is a good point.
You can be moody on the bus, but it's like kind of. It's not as fun.
Yeah, no, that's so true. And I was thinking too, like the different music videos that they had also, they were so angsty. They were just like all the aim away messages from that time, like personified.
Right. What's one of the breakout hits that they had before In the End?
Paper Cut.
Paper Cut. There was another one. And I'm about to break. No. Everything you say to me.
Oh, One Step Closer.
One Step closer.
One step
See,
closer
all
to
it
the
took
edge.
was like 3 words, and you're right there. And you know what I mean? I really respect that. All right, One Step Closer. I remember the music video because Chester Bennington had his hair dyed blonde, and Mike Shinoda had his hair dyed bright red. And you see these guys with blowouts singing their asses off just in the music.
So good. It was so good. Oh, R.I.P. Chester, though.
Yeah. Do you remember where you were when you heard the news?
Actually, I think I do. Wow, that's weird. I haven't thought about it until right this moment, but I'm pretty sure I was at the beach, I think. So I hope that he died in the summer. Otherwise, I'm losing my mind.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I was at the beach and I heard somebody say it from like over the next umbrella. And we were all like, no. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. Should we Google it real quick and see when he died?
I think
to see if I'm completely
I'm telling you right
dementia?
now. I'm telling you right now. I know.
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Wait, so when was it?
July 20th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dementia has not completely set in.
The only reason I know because I remember where I was. I'd gotten a flat tire.
Okay.
All right. It is insane heat.
Yep.
All right. And I'm outside of where my job is, and I'd parked the car at this weird angle, and my tire had punctured. And I'm changing the tire. I'm listening to the radio, and I'm just like, man, what a horrible day. Could this day get any worse? And then the news breaks that he had committed suicide. I sat in the back seat of my own car and just wept. And then at some point I had to call my brother and wish him a happy birthday. But that's not the point. The point...
I was going to say, it's weird that you didn't connect the dots on it was the same day as my brother's birthday.
I mean, not till much later.
Okay.
And it's just like, even now, whenever my brother's birthday comes around, I go, it's marred for life. It's honestly like having
Chester.
a birthday on 9/11. It's just forever ruined. It's just what it is.
You know what else? I'm sorry. Is it weird that maybe I want to say that this is a New Yorker thing, and I hope I'm not the only insane person. I like won't fly still on 9/11. I won't do it.
Yeah.
Okay,
of course
thank God.
not. What are you, nuts? That's forever not. I know the chances of it happening again on that day is astronomical.
Exactly.
You would have to be a this is beyond sociopath behavior.
I agree. That's what I'm saying.
Any New Yorker will not fly. It is the least traveled day in America, if I'm not mistaken.
You might be right. I've never looked into it, but it's one of those things that I've told some people this, and they react very weirdly about it. They're like, "Oh, come on."
You know
and
what
I'm
they can do?
know.
How about you get on a plane that's empty, okay? How about you get on that Greyhound bus that nobody is on? I hope the thing ends up in a river.
Yeah, no, okay. Well, I'm glad I'm not alone on that.
No.
I was, okay, we drifted from Chester, but
that's totally fine. I understand where you're coming from. That's one of my biggest regrets is not seeing them live.
Oh, okay.
You know?
So, fun fact, I did see them live.
Okay.
At DFP, Dysfunctional Family Picnic, for those of you who don't know.
Right.
And I didn't think they were that great live. I know.
Listen. This
Listen.
podcast was nice while we had it going. Thank you very much. I'll see you guys later. Send me a slice in the mail. I don't know what to tell you. This has been great. Dara, go fuck yourself.
Listen. I told you. We just bonded over how much I love Hybrid Theory.
All right.
It's one of my favorite albums.
Please go accordingly.
I'm just saying his voice was just, it sounded not great live. And I've heard this from other people too, because I kind of figured, all right, maybe it was me. Maybe I was just like, I don't know. But I've heard it from other people too. They didn't love, but again, I only saw them once. Maybe it was a bad night.
I need to I've seen stuff live on YouTube, and I was like, the voice sounded great, but maybe it could have been an off day.
Also, don't forget, outdoor venue. I feel like outdoor venues are not the best for concerts.
No.
Especially for somebody's voice. It's just not the best.
Absolutely
so
not. No.
Keep that in mind.
All right, cool.
You know?
All right, I'm back on the podcast.
Kunal's back and co-hosting.
Yeah, there
again.
we go. I bring back my box full of stuff. There's some
joining.
bands though, like you see them live and you go, oh man, this is truly terrible. I remember seeing a video of Hoobastank live.
Oh, okay, well, first of all, the fuck. What
I know.
Hoobastank for?
Hoobastunk. It was terrible. It was so bad.
I was just about to say it's in the name, bro.
Yeah.
You did this to yourself.
Yes,
Anyway.
I understand that. But there is a band that I saw live recently
Okay.
that I think still has it.
Okay, who?
Matchbox 20.
Oh my God. Come on.
I'm telling you right now, people don't believe me. And listen.
No. I like Rob Thomas and Matchbox 20.
I love Rob Thomas.
Do you really?
Are you kidding me? I stand for RT all day. Okay? It's not a retweet. It's Rob Thomas.
I mean, okay.
He is phenomenal. That man, I saw him with Counting Crows, and it was Counting Crows and Matchbox 20.
That's a fun concert.
It's a fun concert. I had no interest in seeing Counting Crows because I don't care.
I'm not a huge fan.
Exactly.
I could take him really
My girl and my cousin are like, Counting Crows is going to be phenomenal. I don't even know why Matchbox 20 is closing it out. And I'm like, shut your mouths. You're both idiots. As soon as Counting Crows is on, I'm in the bathroom. I don't even care. And then when RT rolls out Matchbox 20, call them Matchbox 100 because they brought it. It was a phenomenal concert.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I feel like the answer is going to be no because of Santana, but do they play Smooth? They don't, right?
No.
Yeah.
And to be
feel
honest,
like that's a letdown.
Didn't like it.
That's what I'm saying.
Smooth
I feel like
stinks.
Oh, you didn't like Smooth?
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
Get rid of what? Carlos
Now
Santana?
I'm leaving the podcast. You're out of your goddamn mind.
This records in your apartment. You go to your room, slam the door. I'm telling you right now, Smooth is jagged. It's rough.
Okay. You need to do so much less. That is an insane take.
That song
Easily
sucks.
your worst take so far.
That's fine. I've got a lot of hot takes.
That song is so good. I hear it to this day, and I will.
Give me your heart, make it real. Yeah, I can't forget about
sound
it.
like Pearl Jam.
Yeah, he does.
No, okay, whatever. I'm
but
upset.
I do think that Matchbox 20 is a fantastic band.
Yeah, they are.
Not my favorite band. Yes.
I have a friend.
Okay.
I'm not going to put him on blast, although I feel like everyone will know who he is.
Sure.
He knows who he is.
Can I just take a second to sound how nasty that backhand was? He knows who he is.
He knows who he is.
Yeah.
He says it's his favorite band. Like, to say it's one of maybe, but favorite?
You can't. I think
that's nuts.
Having a favorite band is like having a favorite movie. I don't think it. I don't agree. I think
have a favorite band and a favorite
it has
movie.
to change with time. It has to change. I don't know what you're pointing at.
Led Zeppelin, Almost Famous.
Okay, all right.
Like,
I get it. Listen, I understand that. I think that it has to change with life. Life is a complicated
no,
thing.
of course. And that's what I was just gonna say. I have many favorite bands.
Okay.
Like that's what I'm saying is like if Matchbox 20 was one of my favorites, I could be like, sure.
Yes.
But I mean, yeah.
I believe that no all-time favorites.
Fine. I suppose I can get down with that.
Thank
even
you.
though I still maintain Led Zeppelin's my all-time
I
favorite.
appreciate that. But it's like an all-time favorite, like this is the band I'm bringing to a desert.
And to make it Matchbox 20 is
it's like crazy town, dude. Like I love Rob Thomas. I love Matchbox 20. They were grooving. This man was kicking, dancing. He was he was like, you know what he reminded me of? Tom Cruise. Tom Cruze energy.
Short king of short kings.
Yeah, but Rob Thomas is
Tom
not
Cruise.
short. He's gorgeous.
Is he not?
He's gorgeous top to bottom. Tall to, you know what I mean? Tall as the day is long.
I didn't know that about him. I thought he was short.
I mean, maybe in my eyes, he might be like 5'2".
You're like, in my eyes, he's grand.
Yeah, he's like 6'5". He's taller than me. But he's probably like 4'3".
Oh my God, that's amazing. All right, are we ready for the squabble of the day?
I love it. Yeah.
SOD.
A little sod. You time to lay down some sod? Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, female 33 NYC. Thank you, by the way, for including ASL.
Much appreciated.
Love it.
And also a detailed submission.
Yeah, pretty detailed. Okay. My boyfriend of 1 year. Oh, wait, I have to call this out. It says in parentheses of 1 year and then 30 YO, but there's no slash. So, so I thought it said 30 yo.
Yo, I thought the same thing. I literally read the same thing and I said, did it just say 30 yo? And I was like, who does that? And I was like, wait. I had to like stop myself and I was like, oh no, I'm just an idiot.
No, I was like, we're just Queen's trash.
Okay,
That's
cool.
how we read that.
I thought I was the only one and I was like, don't bring it up on the pod. It's not necessary.
Oh no, I'm bringing it up because I
thank
100%
Thank
read
God,
that.
you're such a bag of trash. And let me tell you, I know this because we're in the same dumpster.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, sorry. I'm going to start this again.
Yes.
My boyfriend of 1 year, 30 years old, is always eating my food and it pisses me off. I don't mean off my plate. He does that too, though. But I mean the snacks and stuff I buy for myself and keep in my house. He doesn't ask, he just takes, and we don't live together. I like to share, that's not the issue, but I'm on a budget too, and I don't feel like things are even. He pays usually when we go out to eat, but he stays with me a lot and just polishes off my snacks, and it really pisses me off. So I asked him to restock my snacks from TJ's, and he said that he would but never did. So obviously this sparked a fight, and he said I was overreacting and we're a couple. He doesn't get what the big deal is. I said that he's being cheap and should buy his own snacks to keep at mine, and it's just kind of rude to eat whatever you want in my apartment and not even ask first. If he asked, I would be less mad, but am I insane for thinking it's still really rude to just finish a whole bag of TJ's chips and dip, this was in caps by the way, when it's not yours? I would absolutely replace it if I did that to someone else in their home. IDK, I know this sounds dumb AF, but I can't decide who sucks.
I'm going to be honest, you look like you were in a music recording booth and you were just rapping your own lyrics.
Why? What
because the hand was moving around.
I
It's just like,
was?
yeah, yo, TJ snacks. And, it's just like eating my meals, polishing off. Like, it was just very.
It's involuntary.
Yeah, I know. You didn't notice, but I noticed. And I was like, yeah, keep it going.
If you muted it, I would look like Christina Aguilera in like the recording studio.
Oh, yeah. And I was like looking like
Oh my
Puff
God.
Daddy when he's just sitting there and listening. And he goes, yeah, take that.
Oh my God. Okay, well, great. I didn't even know I was doing that. But okay, do you want to start it off?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you right now. From the get-go, the signs were there. Okay?
Okay.
Eating off my plate occasionally was a huge, to me, I'm not a big person on that.
I'm not either, but
Yeah.
I do think if you're a couple, I mean, I feel like it happens. I ask though,
It has to be an ask.
Yeah.
To be honest, I don't even want the ask. It's only if I offer.
Really?
Yes. If I offer, would you like some? Then you can. If you otherwise, you better just take that L.
Interesting.
Live and die with your menu choices.
So, I mean, I want to agree, but so hold on. You're saying that if your girlfriend was like, "Can I have a French fry?" You'd be like, "Oh, fuck yourself."
This is the thing.
It's weird.
French fries are a different thing because they're individual.
They're kind of made for sharing. It's for the
Yes.
table.
Yeah,
usually.
they're also, you can pick and it doesn't touch anything else. But if I got a salmon on the plate,
Well, that's a little different.
yeah, I don't want to see your fork in my territory.
Okay, so you don't want a fork coming in to stab.
If I see a fork coming in, my knife's coming out.
Got it.
Okay?
Yeah. It's a good way to lose some fingers. I get it.
Right. And
Okay.
you also, in a situation like something like that's like a salmon or maybe a stew or whatever, it really comes down to if I offer, you can have. If not, you got to live with your choices.
I mean, I agree. I don't support the whole like, if like I think girls do this a lot. I don't want to like generalize, but I do think it's typical where you order something that's a little bit healthier, and then your boyfriend might get the more fattening thing, and you just I'll just have a couple bites. I mean, listen,
Right.
we all do it. I get it, and it does go the other way, but I do think that's just like get what you want. I don't know, whatever. I think that the signs were there. I agree with you on that. But
Okay.
I also think she mentioned something that was another key phrasing, which was I'm on a budget too, which means that they're both kind of trying to like pinch pennies maybe.
Yes.
Which I understand. I mean, it's New York. It costs like $50 to open your eyes here. I get
Yes.
it. But like, I think that was a little bit of a sign that I think underlying all this, she might think her boyfriend's a little cheap. That was the vibe I was getting.
That is, wow, this is going to get real gendered here. Because
boy.
apparently I was expecting you to pick up on this, but I guess not.
Well, hang on.
All
I
right,
mean, I didn't get through all my
okay,
notes yet,
I understand that,
what?
but the ball's been fumbled right off the top, and I'm going to say when I read pays usually, I lose it.
Well, hang on. In
Yeah.
what way?
Pays usually means that this guy pays most of the time.
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, but
Yeah.
I'm not. Now, here's the thing. I think do whatever you want to do as long as it's discussed in the relationship.
right.
If you want to be the couple that splits things 50-50, be my guest. But I know that there are plenty of women out there who prefer the guy to pay. And I also know that there are guys who prefer to pay.
Absolutely.
So I think it really depends on your relationship, and you have to discuss that, obviously.
How many times do those conversations not get said? You know what I mean?
In this situation, or like just in general?
In general.
Oh, no, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Is like, you'll have this girl like complaining, not this girl, I mean, any girl, I'm just using as a for instance, complaining like, oh, the guy, he doesn't pay. And it's like, well, if you want to be with somebody who's going to pay all the time, then you have to make that clear and also look
Right.
for that. A lot of people don't want that anymore. It's a little,
One time I was dating this girl and I was paying for all the meals.
Right.
Right. And I was like, man, she's gotta cover one meal.
Yeah.
And I was so insecure to have this conversation.
How long ago was this?
This was, I mean, we're talking 12 years ago.
Okay. That's
Okay.
still, that was
We're talking, I'm like 25, 26.
yeah, that's like poor people status, basically.
I
In New York, if you're 25,
Yes.
you're probably poor.
I
mean,
get
it's
it,
just
but
like-
I know totally. But like,
kidding,
I
but-
should have at least had this conversation with her, and that's on me.
Yeah.
But what I did instead was, for days, I was like, you know what? You should plan one of our dates.
Oh, and thinking that she would pay because she planned it.
Yes.
And she still didn't pay.
So
right?
then
Yeah.
she's like, no, I think you pick good dates, and I go, you know what? Why not? Seriously, I want to see what you're capable of. I think it's a good time. So she picks a restaurant.
Okay.
We get there. It's a restaurant we'd already went to that I picked.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, well played on your end, but you're not going to get away with this.
I still don't see how that's a bad thing, but okay.
But because now it feels like it's been kicked back to me. This
I
is
didn't really
what's-
take it that way, but okay.
this is what's happening in my sick head.
Right.
So then the check comes.
Okay.
All right. So then the server leaves it closer to me, and I push it to the middle,
Oh God.
and I go to the bathroom, and I'm like, "Yo, checkmate, girl. I'm gonna you go pay this bill."
But did she?
So then I get back,
Yeah.
and the bill is closer to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, she was just like, I'm not taking that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's just, we're sitting there talking, and I just see a server across from us cleaning the same spot of a table for like 7 minutes, going, yo, when are these people going to leave?
You were like just sitting there for 2 hours having like a face off, basically.
You know what, the conversations that I don't like to have are post meal. I like to leave.
What
I
do
like
you
to be
mean?
done. Like, once the meal is done, let's leave the restaurant. I'm not the one who.
Oh,
likes-
yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
want to
I
linger.
agree. Right.
Let's be on our way.
I agree.
So we're sitting here having a long conversation. I'm like, please, lady. I'm just thinking, please pick up the
So
check.
why didn't you just say something?
Because I was so insecure.
Yeah.
Because the conversations like
Yeah.
these never happen. And that's exactly what this situation is to a degree, right?
I agree.
Is that not
Yes.
enough people have these talks.
You're right.
And they
You're right.
should.
Right. Well, so that was going to be basically.
I ended up paying.
I was just going to say.
Yeah.
You ended up paying, didn't you?
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly it. I mean, it comes down to communicating like what you want and need from the relationship. This is no different. This is no different than like discussing your love languages. This
Right,
is like
right.
the same shit. If you don't want to be, I had a very similar situation to this years ago too, when I was dating a guy who was like 6 years younger than me, and he also was like staying. He stayed here often enough, and I call this story the luxury pickles story. So I'm gonna explain. Basically, I love McClure's pickles. Shout out McClure's pickles. But you know they're pretty fucking expensive.
Okay.
And he kind of just would always eat the damn pickles. It costs like $10, $12 a jar or some shit. And I got really mad one day that he kept eating my pickles. And I was like, you keep eating my luxury pickles. But the truth is, it after a lot of fighting, my point is that it got to the crux of the issue, which is that I felt like he was mooching off of me in like other ways because I was older. I paid for more stuff. Like he tried, but you know, it was a phase of life thing. He was in his early 20s. I was almost 30.
Right.
So I didn't mind paying, but it still felt a little bit like fucking ask first. God damn it. Do you know what I mean?
If you were to pick any other food, I might have fought you on this.
Okay.
But it's pickles. I'm on your side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I get my pickles special delivered with dry ice. I'm a sociopath. I know what I'm doing is not right. Should I drive to Edison, New Jersey and get them myself? Maybe. But
no.
Yeah, but I won't. I'm all about that. But I do think that in this situation, that guy had to go.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yes, for a variety of reasons, but that was clearly one of them.
Yeah.
But like, that's what this reminded me of a little bit is like, I'm getting hints of like the fact that she thinks he's being cheap in other ways. And it's not purely about the snacks. Like the snacks
Right.
are the catalyst.
Yes.
But it's not just about that.
is
If I
she
had to guess.
considering the fact that this guy pays usually, because I'm going to be honest, I don't think women think about that as much as
we should.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I offer.
I'm so happy you agreed.
No, I offer all the time, but
Yeah.
like that's the thing is most of the time when I'm out on like and I'm single, but like when I am in a relationship, most of the guys I've dated, just whatever, pay, I would say probably 70 to 60% of the
See what
time.
I'm saying? Like me and my girl, we've been together for like 9 years.
That's crazy.
And we've gone...
Good for you, but that's crazy.
Thank you. We've gone 50-50 across the board.
But hang on. Bullshit. Your first date?
No. I'm telling you, first date, yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, here's my move for a first date. And again, I'm single. I've had relationships, but, we'll take your lead on this. But first date, if it's going well, I do drinks, and then if dinner happens and they insist on paying and we do drinks after or something, I insist on paying for drinks at the next place.
Okay,
that's
so
what I usually do.
You'll let them get dinner.
I mean, let them, like I said, usually they insist. I offer always. Sure. I always offer.
Listen, you seem like you're on the level here. I can see, you know what I mean? That's why
you can tell
I can tell you're on point about this, and I like where your head's at.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I like the fact that up top you're covering drinks. I like there's a post drinks to make up the difference over the year. And to be honest, I think that's even better in some ways, because now it's like a sort of a test. It's like, dude, you've kept my attention for post drinks.
Oh yeah, if you get me to a second place, that means I like you even just a little bit.
Exactly. When you change locations, that's a second date in one night. Yeah. So I think that, and also this whole mentality, there's this thing that like with women who, the idea of going on dates where it's just like, yeah, of course the man should pay.
I know. It's a very,
because
very
the woman
touchy
does
topic.
a lot of things, like they get ready, the clothing, the makeup, and I get it. Men, if they even wear moisturizer is a thing, that's a huge deal. Yeah. But I gotta say this though, and I thought about this, and this might ruffle a few feathers.
I'm ready.
Here we go. I think for women, dating is like a membership. Like a Netflix, like a gym membership, like an Amazon Prime.
I'm gonna need you to elaborate on this.
It's a set sort of situation, okay? Like if you buy clothes, if you buy makeup, these things can be used for dates. But they can also be used just because.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? The same way like a Netflix membership, right? You're paying for it anyway. You could use it for a guy.
Right.
Or you could use it for yourself.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
I'm confused because I don't think I've ever heard this argument. You're saying that the argument that the man should pay has been coming from the fact that women feel like we pay for more stuff to make ourselves look good for the guy. I've never heard that, actually. I'm not trying to gaslight you. I've just literally
of course
never heard
not.
it.
No, I've heard that women be like, well, he should pay for dinner. I wore the makeup. I wore the dress, da-da-da. Yeah, I know.
I've never heard that. I would never use that. No shade to any girl who uses that.
Sure.
I would never say that.
Listen, I know that you're more modern in this situation, but I've heard this before.
Okay.
And I want to say that, like, further, I think for men, dating is like a utility bill. The more you use it, the more you're going to have to pay for it.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh, man, I'm really,
I'm like, what are you worrying about? You fucking been with your girl for 9 years. Pipe down.
Yeah, I get it. I understand. But it's when I'm talking to somebody who like maybe like, well, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I get it. I get it.
So.
But it is a tricky thing. It's always been a tricky topic, but it's gotten more so obviously over the years of things have gotten more progressive. And, I understand. That's why I'm saying like, if this person has an issue with that, and I think everybody should be allowed to want what they want. If that's what they want, is a guy who's going to pay always, then you got to find a guy who's willing to pay always and wants to.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not just willing, not like taking it like fucking bent over.
Right.
But I was on a date with a guy recently that he was just like, no, I want to pay. And I was like, it was like our third or fourth date, and I was like, really?
I would like to pay.
I mean, that's what
I cannot afford to, but I would like to. The gesture is there, but the actual money is not.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm saying. I was just like, it was like a third or fourth date, and I was like, I can pay, and he was like, honestly, I appreciate it, but I want to, and I was like, okay.
Yeah.
Like, what am I gonna do?
I look at the bill, and then I look in the corner, and there's JP Morgan going, no. He's like shaking his head, nah, buddy. You don't got the funds like that. But a woman should be, if that's what she's looking for, there's no shame in that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I don't think so at all.
If you want to be pampered, if you want to be taken care of, I think go get yours.
100%.
If in anything that a guy is lacking for you as a human being, conversation, sex, dick, money, get those things.
Do you know what you just sounded like?
Yeah.
This is very specific reference. Did you ever see Wanderlust with Paul Rudd in the mirror when he's like, my dick? That's what you just sounded like.
Fine. That's totally okay. I will. And I'm saying it's the same thing on the reverse side. Dudes, you want a woman that's going to cook and clean for you? Go get it.
Yeah, I agree. I think that it's, like I said, everybody should have a standard of what they want, and you can find it. But like, don't then be with somebody who's going to cause problems in this department because
Right.
that's not really probably something you're ever going to see eye to eye on, and then they'll end up resenting you for it. That's what happened with me and Luxury Pickles guy.
Yeah.
Eventually I was just like, I'm buying all the fucking groceries. He's eating most of them. It feels very much similar to this sort of problem. Not as bad, I guess, but like, cause he wouldn't, it was like specific to the pickles, man.
The pickles to be honest, the pickles to me is like it's a huge line to cross.
I
if
agree.
I'm buying
I
luxury
agree.
X product,
Yeah.
I want you to be a little considerate. And in this
Exactly.
particular,
Oh.
yeah, they were like talking
TJ's.
about TJ's. Now, when you go into Trader Joe's,
Oh man.
Trader Joe's, a buddy of mine said it best. He said Trader Joe's is a snack store that sells groceries.
It's so true.
Yeah.
Like I'm a Fresh Direct ambassador, okay? So I loves me my Fresh Direct. I've been using them for literally over 10 years.
Strong flex, I respect it.
Yeah, well, and also I like their produce. So I mean, but snack wise, TJ's has got the better snacks. I think they've got
do.
better snacks than fucking anybody. I mean, it's wild.
It's a pretty solid situation.
It's crazy.
They stand pretty strongly on their own. The chips are really solid. The jerky, I'm not
Oh,
even
I
a
never
big
had.
I'm not a big jerky guy.
I love jerky.
but I love TJ's
Ooh,
jerky.
what flavors?
I go all.
Okay.
I get
love
them
jerky.
all.
I've
The
never tried it.
teriyaki, the buffalo. Let's get them all cooking. Bring them all out here. Dried meat for days.
Okay,
Yeah.
love that. Yeah, I mean, they have so many.
The Cheetos puffs
I was
or
gonna
whatever.
say the cacio e pepe puffs. Have you had those?
I have not had those.
It's like pirate's booty, but cacio e pepe.
Yes, I will. I will get that and polish it with a kombucha.
Ooh.
Let's go. You know
God
what I
damn
mean?
it! Now I'm getting fucking hungry. Okay, we have to switch topics. But no, but I do think that matters actually because
Yes.
TJ's is also pretty affordable.
It is.
Like, bruh, fucking replace the snacks then.
The snack. And also, when you finish
Yeah.
a whole bag of chips
And dip.
and dip.
And dip. Homeboy might be depressed.
Yeah,
This just
I
came
was
to
gonna.
me.
It's just like if you said you're both on a budget, what are you eating for dinner? That this man comes to your place,
Yeah.
and then quote polishes. You said polishes.
Yeah.
The only person who says polishes is Pledge. There's no reason
Yeah.
for a man to say a woman to say polishes unless some serious actions happen.
I was just gonna say I disagree, but you fixed it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a serious offense.
Yes.
That's crazy.
To finish a whole bag of something
And dip.
and dip. Crazy.
That's a lot. I mean,
Crazy.
he might be going through some shit. Like there was
Yeah.
when I
never considered depression.
it just popped into my head.
That's a great take.
Well, because
That's a great
it's
take.
true though. I remember different guy I was dating used to kind of do that when he was like here at my place would just eat everything, and it was when he was going through some shit. So it just made me think, and also
Yeah.
like me too. I mean,
Emotional eating is a thing.
it's a thing.
People
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
talk about it very often, and that's fine.
When I'm depressed, I don't eat.
Yeah.
But like when I'm stressed and anxious,
I need your kind of depression. I need that.
Yeah, after my breakup with my most recent ex, I lost like so much weight, and
Yo,
everybody was
I
like,
need that kind of. I need
and everybody
depression.
was like,
weight
you
loss.
look so great, and I was just like, depression looks good on
Yeah.
me. Shout out to Lisa for that one. I stole that from her, but it's true.
Yeah, I think that when I am depressed,
You
your
eat
boy-
everything. See,
your
I don't-
boy
yeah.
out here.
No.
We're talking disgusting sandwiches.
Oh, yum.
A Hood Kit Kat. You know, the Nutter Butter.
yes.
Glass Coke. Loose cigarette.
Okay, that's also like that's like depressed but still expensive.
I mean, what you tell me?
Coke-
I
Coke
can't
in a
spend the
glass?
money on myself.
No, I
Yeah.
support you in your
Coke
journey.
in a glass. Coke in a glass. All class.
So it's true. Okay, well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, there might be something deeper going on here, but looking at it from the facts end of things, I still think that this deserves a discussion.
Yes.
Because I feel like because you could also make the same argument about the TJ snacks that, oh, they're so cheap, he could just replace them. Well, they're also so cheap that just fucking deal with it if you love the guy. Or like, I
Right.
don't know.
Or-
she didn't
but
mention love, but
you-
let's
right.
assume.
But if also you got to take into consideration if he pays usually,
Right, exactly.
then you got to be
Yeah.
like, you got to step back and think, okay, well, how many would you have been comfortable
Right.
paying for half these dinners?
And that's what I'm saying is
Yeah.
like, I think that there's more going on here because if he pays usually,
Mm-hmm.
but then he's just eating your snacks, I get that it's annoying because you have to restock. There could be an element of that too. But
Right.
to me, it's more of I think there's more going on here than she's realizing
Yes,
probably. It's
right,
not
of
just,
course.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say it ain't just about the snacks, honey. Right?
yeah,
I'm just
I
saying.
like that. It ain't just about the snacks.
Never just about the snacks.
And I think that if she had been a little more specific about the snacks, it would have given us a little more ammo as to what to consider.
Yeah.
So, yeah, being specific about what the snacks are, always kind of helpful. It really comes down to details. The more
Yes,
details,
yeah.
the better.
Like if it was the everything but or everything bagel dip, I'd be like, Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, no, 100%. They're French onion.
Oh, so
Yeah,
good.
I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say this, though. Tostitos spinach dip.
Oh, it's so good. Okay. I have Tostitos salsa in my fridge. I still like their salsa. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
This is the problem. Let me say something.
Okay.
Let me say something. Okay. People need to sit down. People need to sit down and shut up. Okay? Because picante or whatever it is, El Paso. El Paso's salsa is trash.
Yes,
It's
agree.
watery mess. I will say Tostitos restaurant style is a watery mess.
Exactly.
When you get the regular Tostitos salsa, the mild or
Chunks.
even the hot or the chunks, the chunkiness of it is phenomenal. Perfect
Agree.
with the Tostitos scoops. We're talking a real party here.
Multi-grain
scoops.
Up top. They're just a better flavor. They've got that nutty multi-grain goodness.
And you
it's
can
wonderful.
lie to yourself that
They're
is good
healthy.
for that
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
good for your cheat day.
Exactly.
But there's certain snacks that just need to be given their recognition. I do think that the spinach dip from Tostitos is phenomenal.
Wonderful.
Granted, it's probably 38% yoga mat. And
Don't care.
And I don't care because when I bring it to a party,
Yep.
sometimes I'll bring it home
Yeah.
and I'll put it in Tupperware and then bring it to the party and be like, I made this. And then inevitably when
true.
somebody goes, there's no way in hell you made this. I know what this is, Kunal. Stop doing this.
Yep.
You've done it at other parties.
Yep.
This is Tostitos spinach dip. And I say, why don't you go to hell?
I agree, but it stands on its own for
Yes,
that reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's phenomenal.
But to bring it back to the dips or
Yes.
this situation, the snacks, I think it does come down to like specific snacks, but I also just think have a conversation
Yeah,
about it. It's
absolutely.
not that complicated.
Right.
Just like well, are we at the point of judgments? Are we at the point of did we cover everything? Because I feel like we did.
I think we did. Let's
think we
go into
did.
judgments right here. I'm excited for this.
Okay. I'm needing a minute.
Okay.
So if you
I
have
can-
it ready, then
I'm ready to fire off.
Okay, then go for it.
I gotta say, you know what? These conversations rarely happen in couples. They should be happening more. And as a result of lack of happening, I'm gonna have to throw a YBS out here.
Yep.
You both suck.
Yep, I think I'm going to have to agree with you on this one. While I understand it's frustrating and annoying that someone is eating all your snacks, as someone who has had many, many of her luxury pickles taken away from her.
Nothing's worse than opening a cupboard
Yeah.
with the expectation.
And having it not be there.
It honestly, you
That's
know
what
what it
I'm
feels
saying.
like?
Yeah.
It feels like when you found out you've been robbed.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you don't feel safe in your own home.
Yes. Yes. So exactly. I understand the pain of that, but really this can be solved with have a conversation about who is taking care of what. And I think that you'll be set. So in this one, I'm going to have to side with you. And YBS, you both suck.
Fantastic.
Yay. I don't know what that was. Okay.
All right. Submissions.
Submissions. Send yo squabbles. SYS.
I love the acronym usage. It's phenomenal.
So you can send them to our email, which is youbothsuckpodcast@gmail.com, or you can submit via the anonymous Google form, which is literally one text box on our Instagram. The link is there. That's it. And
Please be as detailed as possible.
Yes, like literally give us the names of the chips. I want to know. Because also, if there's something new from TJ's, I want to fucking know about it.
The devil's in the details.
And you can give us a follow. I am at Dara Pollock, no C in Pollock.
I'm at All Day KCA.
And that's it. We'll see you next time.